I assume that's what they're doing. Because I don't think they've played 3 StarCraft 2 matches against each other televised. Anyway. In the top right, as the red Terran, we will have Bogus. We are on Entombs Valley in vertical positions. Whoopsie daisy. And in the bottom right, as the blue Zerg, we will have Jaedong, who just got Blink Stalker all in. Hopefully he is not feeling too down about that.
맞거든요. 그런 실력을 갖고 있는 선수인데 지금 유독 지금 자이언에게서 어려움을 겪고 있거든요. 어제 그 WC에서 제가 뒤에서 경기를 지켜보고 나서 김민기 감독한테 정말 잘한다 이렇게 찬사를 보낸 적이 있는데 그 정도로 상대가 뭐 GS를 정말 활동하고 있었던 선수라고 할지라도
And the Overlord, interestingly, the first Overlord from Jaedong is actually not going vertically. It's going kind of towards the middle left area. I think we actually saw Jaedong do this once before, where he sends the Overlord to the left side, and if he can see an SCV coming down, then he'll know. So basically, he goes. I think he's going towards the 9 o'clock with that Overlord, right? So he'll see any. Well, actually, he's sending out a drone scout now as well. So that makes less sense to me. I'm a little bit confused about that first Overlord. I thought it was going to be if he scouts later with the drone, then he can see an SCV coming from the top left, going to the bottom left with that Overlord, and if he doesn't see an SCV, then he'll know that his opponent's top right and his vertical spawns. But I guess not. Actually, no. Actually, it still does make sense to send that first Overlord over to the left side, because even though he's drone scouted now. Now he sees opponents in the top right. But let's say Bogus did actually spawn top left. If he sent his first Overlord directly north to this top right base, he wouldn't be able to send a second Overlord safely to near Bogus's base, because the Marine would be out and might kill it. But in this case, because he's sending the first Overlord, there's very low risk that he'll actually lose that Overlord to a Marine. So he can now actually get Overlords outside the naturals of both top bases fairly safely. And ooh, it looks like he tried to take the gas there, but the Marine takes down that drone before it's able to get there. These are probably all Jaedong fangirls. Not sure if Bogus has that many fangirls. Anyway, did see a hatchery first from Jaedong. Gonna finish actually almost exactly the same time as his pool. And there is in fact a 1-Rax expand from Bogus, but Jaedong did not see that command center. He only saw the wall in. But I think actually the drone it was running around in the main base for a little while there, and it didn't see a gas. So perhaps you can assume that this is going on. Either way, he's going to send a few Zerglings over there to poke around, just have a look-see, and he will see the command center. So that should be fine. He is getting a spine crawler immediately though, because you see he's not sure. The wall-in did actually go up quite quickly for Bogus. He built that second depot ASAPly to trap the drone and keep out any more scouts. So Jaedong perhaps a little bit wary, but he's going to go over there. They're going to see the command center and he'll be just fine. And we are going to see a reactor Hellion follow-up from Bogus. While the Marines take down the supply depot. Gotta be a little careful, the links coming in here. Looks like they poke in just far enough to see the command center. I think they were far enough to see the command center. And yeah, it looks like Jaedong did see it, so he cancels the spine crawler, knows he does not need that at this point in time. Can instead make a couple of extra drones with that money saved. And we're looking at the faces, but the commentator is screaming about something. Oh my god, Jaedong actually lost an Overlord there. Wow. That's a bit of a mistake there. I don't know what was going on there. That Overlord wasn't even doing anything useful, just chilling at the edge of the natural, gets taken down. And not going to show him the reactor Hellions that are on the way. Wow, that was not good. Starport, meanwhile, is on the way as well. So let's see what he does with that. Looks like a tech lab is actually going down on the barracks. Oh, he might follow us up with Banshees actually. Look at that. Probably going to switch that barracks off with the Starport. Reactor Hellions into Banshees. It's going to be quite annoying for Jaedong to deal with. But looks like he is going for that mass queen style, so he's going to have plenty of creep spread, plenty of queens to deal with both the Hellion and the Banshee threat. He's just going to make sure to have them in good positions, prevent any Hellion run-bys and the like. Hopefully he does get an evolution chamber so he can have some detection, because his lair's a little ways off. Although I don't know if there's necessarily going to be cloak though. Just looking at the production tab, first Banshee is on the way, but I don't see any cloak, so perhaps he will be okay for now. And it looks like the barracks getting a tech lab as well. So presumably that means he is just going to follow up with standard bio after these early shenanigans. Not going to go for any crazy mech play. And actually getting a third command center now on the edge of his base, going to be able to float that over. And it looks like that is actually spotted by an overlord. So Jaedong sees the fast third from Bogus, knows it's no kind of crazy 2-base all-in coming. So he'll feel good about that, but he might not feel so good when Banshee's coming to his base. I don't actually see, is the first Banshee out yet even? Oh, the Overlord though is making its way in. It's gonna see it's gonna see the starport actually not making anything or not attached to the tech lab. And the Marine's not gonna kill it, but the first Banshee's now coming over, so it was actually just one Banshee here. Bogus really not committing to this at all. Just using the one Banshee, and I think this is actually quite smart, because he can do a little bit of a harass, but I mean, Zergs nowadays always going for that mass queen style. It's very difficult to, do an insane amount of damage with just 1-4 Banshees, with that many queens on the field. And oh my god, trying to do a run-by with the Hellions, but oh, whoa! Losing all but one Hellion, I have no idea what just happened there. Was that really a run-by attempt? Did he just like misclick? Did he miss hotkey? Maybe he miss hotkeyed the Hellions with the Banshee or something, and he was microing the Banshee and the Hellions went in by accident? That was really weird and really bad. And now the Banshee gets warded away as well. The thing is, see, the Banshee not only was able to kill a few drones, but also flew around the main base a little bit. Just gives him a bit of scouting information to see exactly what Jaedong's follow-up is. But losing all those Hellions was horrible. And look at this creep spread also. Man, the creep spread already at the middle of the map. We're not even at 10 minutes yet. And creep spread is already going over to Bogus' side of the map. Pretty soon it's going to be knocking on his front door. Jaedong using those queens to maximum effect here. But Bogus is like, alright, well, I guess, my harassment's failed, so I'll just go take my third base now, turtle up a little bit. He's getting siege right now, getting all his bio upgrades, getting 1-1, as well as stim. Stim seems to be quite slow here. I don't know if he got combat shields first or something, or what, but I mean, it's not like he's going to move out anytime soon anyway, so it's not a big deal. And the funny thing is, if you like the creep spread is going crazy in the middle of the map, but his main and natural still have like a little gap with no creep, and similarly his third is actually not connected by creep to his natural either. So he hasn't connected any of his bases with creep, and yet his creep is already on Bogus' side of the map. It's pretty funny. Meanwhile, the one annoying Viking made by Bogus just to hunt down these random overlords flying around. And Jaedong now going to go take the 6 o'clock. Man, look at that. Just perfect timing on the creep spread. Oh my god. Look at that. He's going to go all the way to the top left. This is crazy. Those waves of creep tumors. Oh, that looks so cool. I'm just looking at the mini-map. It's like a work of art right now. So beautiful. Oh, Bogus, why you got to ruin the work of art, man? Alright, Jaedong's going to kill him. Yeah, get him, Jaedong, get him. Oh, no, don't do that. No, go back to the sea shanks there. Go back, banelings, run. Stay on the creep. Anyway, Infestation Pit is up, getting that energy upgrade. So it looks like it's just standard Ling Bling Infestor for Jaedong. He's also getting Burrow, interestingly enough. I'm curious to see what he does with that. Possibly just going for some Baneling landmines. But, you can also like burrow lings around the map to block command centers and whatnot, and even put them some down in good locations to spot drops and stuff like that. Although I guess with such good creep spread, he doesn't really need lings to spot drops for him. He'll have plenty of creep tumors to do that job. But it looks like we do have a drop here in the natural. Gonna kill a couple of drones and then just be warded away as the lings come back to defend. And meanwhile, gonna start clearing out some of these creep tumors out of front, just sending in a small group of Marines, doesn't want to overcommit, doesn't want to get a big group of Marines bungled or anything like that, and look at this, he doesn't easily pick them up and fly away. So Bogus, even though Jaedong's doing a good job with the creep spread, Bogus doing a similarly good job doing some nice harassment here. Oh, it looks like, will he get the queen? Not quite, but ooh, gonna get bungled though! And there are the infestors, gonna take down all those Marines, looks like he's gonna grab the medevac as well. So Bogus going to lose that small little harassment, but it's only one drop with, you know, what was that, 7-8 Marines? So it's not the biggest zone in the world. And he did do a bit of damage with that as well. And now adding on even more barracks at his natural, turtling up on these 3 bases for now. It's a little bit more difficult to go take that 4th base of the 12. So he's just going to hold off on that for now. He's building a command center though at his 30. He's going to flip that out eventually. Just going to do some light harassment in the meantime. Look at this, Bogus being as cost efficient as he possibly can with these Marines, being very, very careful, only moving out with small groups of them and then picking up immediately as soon as he senses any danger. Very, very nice move. But Jaedong's already got his 4 bases up now. He's mining gas happily from that 4th. He's almost max. He's at 191 supply, and Bogus at 157, 158 now. And there are the Baneling landmines for Jaedong. I'm actually curious to see the position because it's actually very interesting that he put them there rather than well, actually no, he did actually put some around his creep. But the thing I was going to say is I mean, Bogus has been using a lot of scans to kill the creep tumors anyway, so if Jaedong puts like Baneling landmines around where his creep is, I don't think it's going to do anything because Bogus will scan there anyway. Looks like some Lings running by into the natural though, and oh, half of them are actually going to burrow. I don't know if Bogus noticed that because Jaedong, he burrowed only half of the Zerglings, the other half just stayed above ground to kill stuff, and I don't actually know if Bogus realizes those are there. And later on, those will be quite useful. Oh no, looks like Jaedong just unburrows those. I thought Jaedong would actually leave them burrowed there, wait for Bogus to move out to attack, and then while the big engagement was going on and Bogus was focusing somewhere else, he would just unburrow all the Lings and kill all the SCVs there. That would be really, really cool. But you know, even if he doesn't do that, that attack is still quite nice. Bogus, meanwhile, looks like he's gonna be breaking down these rocks. He wants to kind of use this high ground position at the 9 o'clock expansion there to support his push. You're gonna see some tanks on this high ground. But Jaedong's got some Lings and Banelings positioned for a counterattack. Or is he going to bring them back for a surround? I'm not sure. He's got groups of units positioned all over the place. Bogus, he's got to be very careful here. He's on creep right now. Jaedong has complete vision of the Terran army, and Jaedong is just going to go for a counterattack into the natural expansion and into the 3rd base here. Banelings, so many Banelings rolling in. There was only a couple of siege tanks left. Those will get taken down easy peasy. And Bogus' army is completely out of position. Jaedong taking out all the SCVs at the natural expansion here. The reinforcements also getting picked off. More Banelings rolling in. Bogus has to go now. He has to attack, but Jaedong kept his infestors at home using those fungals to slow down the attack to pick off those Marines, and this attack is just not going anywhere. All the Marines getting taken down. Jaedong just dominating Bogus right here. Oh man, Bogus' 3rd is not mining. His natural's gone. The command center even died. He's losing everything here. He's got just a bunch of medevacs with no units to support. He's got like 4 Marines left. That is all that is left of that attack. This is just absolute domination by Jaedong here. I feel bad for Bogus even. Jaedong, and while this was all going on, Jaedong even took a 5th base at the bottom left. Now he's got some corruptors out. Gonna pick off these medevacs. I don't even know if he has a greater spire. Presumably he does. Maybe he just made some corruptors to kill medevacs. That'd be pretty lolzy. And oh, borrowed Ling stopping the land there. A command center went down to the 9 o'clock to take that as well while the push was going on. But creep has already made its way up there, I think, blocking it. So he can't even land that. Oh, poor Bogus. Poor Bogus. Looks like, yeah, the greatest spire is just now on the way, actually. And Ultima's Cavern as well. So Jaedong keeping all his tech paths open. But I don't think it's even going to get there. I think this game's just going to end before any of the hive tech gets out. Look at this. Corruptor's killing all of the medevacs while all the Marines fall. They can even just start shooting down the command center if they want. And Bogus, he's trying to hold on here. I mean, alright, look at this. Bogus, oh, the Baneling trap! Oh man, those Marines must be shitting themselves. Surrounded by the Banelings. Those Marines, get in the medevac! Get in the medevac! Oh god. Oh, that smile from Jaedong. GG! Jaedong with the huge grin at the end. Oh, Jaedong. Somebody, quick, make the GIF! Make the GIF! I want the GIF right now. No. Nobody all-ins me and gets away with it. So STX Sayle gets taken down by Team 8. And I believe that, does that put Team 8 like tied with Woongjin in number 1? I think that's what that means, right? I'm fairly certain that's what that means. But I guess we shall see.
한 선수들 중에서는 이재동 선수가 최고였거든요. 야, 이거 테란도 괜찮고 앞으로의 경기 더더욱 기대가
Winner, Casper Team Ace.
이재동 선수의 플레이가 묻혀진 게 오면서 그야말로 테란을 묻어버렸습니다.
네, 그리고 마지막 진짜 화려한 세레머니까지 보여주면서 맹독충으로 역장을 만든 듯한 뭐 그런 느낌이었어요. 내려오지도 마라. 내려오려면 맹독충을 잡고 내려와야 되는데 맹독충을 잡고 터지거든요. 데미지를 받고 내려올 수밖에 없겠고 하는 테란은 완전히 앞서라는 그런 올가미 전가. 네, 또 이재동 선수가 아주 멋진 모습을 보여줬네요.
그렇습니다. 소울은 지금 중위권 그 이상을 보기 위해서 승리 지금 순간들이 굉장히 좀 필요한데 활길자의 기세에
Should have sent Deer again.
먼저